Yeah, it's you can break it into three parts, I would say. So
Uh-huh.
ho opono, and then pono. Ho opono pono. She had a backache after like I think 2 or 3 sessions, and she said that Dinesh, my back pain is gone. It's completely gone. Something is going wrong in your relationship. It's being manifested. The mental stress, the mental trouble that we have, or the mental thinking, the overthinking that we do, everything related to your emotions that you feel. The fundamental of hope, no stress or any kind of anxiety. You are going for an important meeting, you are going for an interview. There are your feelings, your thought, your beliefs and actions. Phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Or what are the money beliefs that you have. And you know how students' life is, right? I mean, they're always struggling with money because they have a loan back home, they are doing part-time job, they are also working, right? So if you have to go from $100 to 1 million, there might be certain roadblocks. So those roadblocks are.
Hello all, Namaskaram. Welcome to CLTV podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for deciding to watch this video. Amazing. Today's video is a podcast with Dinesh. Dinesh happens to be healer in one of the ancient Hawaiian techniques which enable our well-being both mentally, physically and financially. If you are into mysticism, if you are into spirituality, if you want to change your life with influence of spiritual practices, this podcast is for you. I would also request you to comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss all the other kinds of podcasts which I'm doing. I'm trying to bring great minds because if you listen to great minds speak, you will take your mind to its peak. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks a lot. Enjoy this wonderful discussion with Dinesh. Thank you. Hi, Dinesh. Welcome to our podcast.
Hey Sushant, thank you for inviting me. I'm really grateful for you that, and I'm so excited for this podcast. So thank you for
Me too.
that.
Me too. Because I'm gonna learn something new, very much new today. Because
Hmm.
I was not exposed to your methodology for a while, though I was
Hmm.
exposed to various Eastern methods. But this is the
Hmm.
first time I'll be learning, so I'm excited as well, and I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
You pulling out time for me and on this weekend, and that's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
so what are you gonna teach me today, sir?
We are going to talk about Ho'oponopono. I
Okay,
don't
how
know
do
if
you?
you have heard this before.
That the first time I've heard is when I when we had that initial conversation, then
Okay.
I felt it really interesting. So I'm it's
Okay.
kind of tongue twister for me. So how do I pronounce
Mm.
it?
Yeah, it's you can break it into three parts, I would say. So
Uh-huh.
Ho'opono, and then Pono. Ho'opono Pono. So it's an Hawaiian word. So it means that to correct. It's I mean, if you have to literal translation is to make it correct or to correction basically.
Okay. Ho'oponopono. Did I
Pono.
say it right?
Yeah, yeah, you are good.
Amazing. Awesome, awesome. So how did you like what made you get into this? You obviously you are not into this. Were you or were you interested in these kind of things from your childhood, and how did you even start?
It was not from my childhood, I would say, but later, like during my life, it's actually after I moved here, and then I started learning about law of attraction, and then my coach is Mitesh Khatri, so I learned law of attraction from him. I have learned Hope Nopno from him, and there are a lot of various techniques which I got introduced to, and this is one of the techniques which came very close to my heart, and that's why I thought of pursuing it further, like spreading this to the people so that people can take advantage of this very beautiful and very magical and very simple but very profound technique, you know. So that's what intrigued me. So what happened was, so I got to know about law of attraction. I already knew about law of attraction, but I never actually started aligning myself to what exactly it is or practicing. law of attraction, right? But I think in last 6 to 8 months, I've been like totally into it, and I've like spending a lot of time learning about it. What is law of attraction? There are so many things in law of attraction, and then I came to know about this technique, Ho'oponopono, right? And when I joined this, what do you say, webinar of Mitesh, and I got to know that what exactly it is, how simple it is, but it is so profound and it is so magical that I completely like fell into it, right? So there are so many things to do in law of attraction, but this really resonated with me because I always my spiritual goal they always say that you should always have a spiritual goal, okay? So you have a practical goal, okay, I want to make so much money, I want to do this in my life, I want to do this, but they say that you should always have a spiritual goal aligned to your mind. So my spiritual goal is to serve people, to serve
Mm.
community, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when I came to know about this hope no no practice, it really, really resonated that okay, I thought that okay, this is something which is aligning with my spiritual goal of serving people, of serving community, right?
Okay.
So that's how I got into this hope no no.
So, talking about that, like, what exactly are the basic foundations of this practice? What is the foundation of this particular practice, and
Mm,
what are the basic components of it? Like, I just wanted to understand, like, because let's say you pick up yoga. Yoga
mm,
is a kind of practice, something
mm,
similar. So, what happens in there is you are in alignment with the creation, right?
mm,
And you have various methods to go through kriya,
mm,
laya,
mm,
hatha, and multiple ways.
mm,
So I'm just trying to understand. Is it because certainly it's an ancient practice because
mm, mm.
that's the research I found. It's Hawaiian
Yeah,
ancient practice, right?
yeah, yeah.
So it is in line with the nature, understanding
Mm,
oneself. But
mm.
I really wanted to hear from the teacher. So go ahead.
Yeah, so it's more of to this practice itself is more about forgiving, of letting go, of clearing what is there inside you, all those negative energy, we might call it, or any negative feelings that you have it. So this is and taking responsibility. So in Hope Nope No, we always the first step of Hope Nope No is always to first take responsible. So what it says is if there is something going on in your life, okay, let's say that let's take an example. Let's say that there is some relationship issues going in your life. Okay, I'm just taking some hypothetical example. So we say that this is being created because of what I'm feeling from inside me. Okay, whatever I'm feeling inside is directly proportional to what is happening outside my in my outside world. Okay, so that's the basic of hope no no. So whatever is going in your life, be it in your area of health, relationship, career, or money, everything is directly proportional to how you're feeling from within inside about that situation, about that problem. Okay. So let's say that something is going wrong in your relationship. So you might be feeling in certain way about that thing or that situation. That's why that is being created in front of you. That is why it is coming in a certain way in front of you, right? It's being manifested in certain way in front of you. So it's everything related to your emotions that you feel within you, right? So that's the fundamental of hope no no. It helps you to clear those negative feelings, negative energy, whatever you are thinking from within you, so that it clears the block, okay, and makes way for you to move ahead in your life.
Wonderful. But I've heard, okay, recently I
Mm-hmm.
have had a podcast with the Mark. Mark happens
Mm-hmm.
to
Mark.
come out with something. I guess you have watched it already, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, I watched it. It was an
yeah,
interesting one.
yeah. So he kind of talks about the same thing, but in a different way. He's talking about the quantum, mystical. How should I say? Mystical quantum, let me call it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's something similar, but there is slight difference, obviously, because okay, let me get back to this question straight. So
Mm-hmm.
are there any mantras involved in this? Because I know there is something called forgive,
Yeah.
something. Yeah, go ahead and explain that to me, please.
So there are basically so there are two levels of hope no no. So one is the basic. and one is advanced. I'll just tell you what is basic first. So basic is there are four phrases in Hope No No. First is I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Okay, so I'll repeat it once again. So first one is I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Okay, so these are the basic, you call it mantras or you just call it prayer, whatever you want to call it. So these are the four basic phrases of Hope No No that we chant. So if you were talking about basic Hope No No, let's say that if I have to give you an example of how to use a basic Hope No No, let's say, and I use it a lot in my day-to-day life. I use it for everything. Okay, whenever I say the same thing in my daily sessions that I do, that if you are in any kind of stress or any kind of anxiety, you are going for an important meeting, you are going for an interview, if you are feeling any kind of stress, any kind of anxiety about a particular situation, just chant this basic Hope No No phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And I'll give you a few examples of
Before we
how
go,
amazing it is.
yeah,
Okay.
sure. Because I've got this question. So whom are you telling this to? I'm sorry. Is it with, because again, as part of to talk to you,
Hmm.
because I really want to get everything out of you. So
Yes, yes, of course.
I found out that you're talking to yourself, but it's so confusing. So why are you sorry to yourself? Like what makes you
Okay.
sorry?
So as I said that because in Hope No No, we always take the responsibility of whatever is happening because of our situation, our creation, whatever is going within us. So let's say that if you are feeling fear about a particular situation, you are talking to, you can either say that you are talking to your inner child, your inner self, or you are talking to universe or divine power, higher power, whatever you believe in, right? So you can say that I'm sorry that I'm feeling this way. Please forgive me for feeling this fear. Thank you for this. I mean, I'm talking giving you an advanced this thing, but in basic, we just say those four lines, right? But if I'm just giving a simple gist of what we say in advanced Hope No No. So we say, I'm sorry, and then we give few reasons like why I'm sorry for this, why I'm feeling this fear. I'm sorry for creating this fear. Please forgive me that I'm thinking this way, right? So that's how it is.
Okay. So I want to get a little more deeper in here
Mm-hmm.
because so are you, so you're not just you can consider either you're talking to yourself or you're talking to the divinity, you're talking
Yeah,
to universe.
whatever you believe in. Yeah.
So it's basically whatever I think I am, right?
Yes, correct. Because at energy level, you are talking about quantum physics, right?
Uh,
So the
yeah,
Mark's
yes, yeah,
podcast, yeah.
yeah.
So he said that at because I will now go into quantum physics. So at energy level, they say that everything is one. Energy is what? It's a matter, right? Everything is made of matter, and everything is has energy. So at energy level, they say that, and at energy level, everybody is one. So what happens is when I and this is again one of the basic foundations or pillars of Hope No, where why does it work? Like when there is a situation, let's say you and me had a fight. Okay, I'm just giving another example. Now I am saying Hope No for this situation, right? So how does this get resolved? Like why does this happen? So the basic thing is at energy level, both of us, all of us are at one. So when I heal myself, my feeling towards a particular situation or a person, the healing within is passed or transformed or it travels to that person and it clears his or her energy. So that's how the situation gets resolved.
So okay, I'm not trying. I'm not interested in probing much deeper anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
then, have you like because you've been teaching
Hmm.
hope no, right? So have you heard any impact what it has caused to one of your students? Like, I really
Oh,
wanted to understand.
there are a lot of them.
Get me the best one. What do you think it is?
Okay. You are there on my commentary, right? I don't know if you have
I-
seen those
I-
results.
Yeah, I've been watching them, but I really wanted to
Yeah.
hear from you. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
So
Yeah.
so I'll just give from one of those. So it's about my niece who's a student here in Canada. And you know how students' life is, right? I mean, they're always struggling with money because they have a loan back home. They are doing part-time job. They are also working, right? So they have to take care of everything. So she started joining my this Hope No No practice sessions, and as I said that every day I take it for different areas. I take it for health. I take it for relationship. I take it not only. I just don't focus only on one area. because problems can occur in any areas of our life, right? So we need to tackle all the areas. So one of my areas is money. So I did that session on money, and after a week, she responded to me that she calls me Mama. She's my sister's daughter. So she said, Mama, so what happens is now I don't feel any resistance towards spending money. Or when I spend money, I don't feel bad about spending money. I understand that I'm spending, it's an expense for me. But during that session, you told me that this money, what you spend, might is helping someone else. So that emotion or that block or that belief that she had about money, that resistance that she had about money, it was gone. So now she feels completely free about money. So this is one example about money. Second example, I want to tell you, there's one of my wife's relative who has travel anxiety. So she sent me a message saying that whenever I used to travel earlier, if I know that I have to travel in 2 3 days of time, I used to get so stressed out, so panicked, like I used to get so much anxiety that I used to just like shiver. Okay, and now she's also doing this regularly with me, and what she and I take different emotion. I take anxiety, I take stress, whatever. Like I take fear, any kind of things, right? So I focus on different emotions. So she told me that now last week they told me that in 2 days' time I have to travel to Bangalore, and I was so calm. I was so relaxed. I didn't feel anything. The flight was delayed. I still didn't feel anything. And the trip went so smoothly. I came back and like everything is okay. And she even uses it for her son. So whenever her son gets, if he's unwell or something, or he's throwing some tantrums, she just starts using this hope no no on him, and he calms down. So many examples. I mean,
Wonderful.
okay, so let me share with you a profound experience, Shashank. So what happened was one of my student, I don't want to give the name, but she started practicing with me, and she had a backache. Okay, and she had a backache from I think 1 year or 1.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and she started joining my calls, and in few of the calls after like I think 2 or 3 sessions, she came back to me in one day and she said that, Dinesh, my back pain is gone, which I had it from like past 1.5 years. It's completely gone. I said, yeah, it's normal. It's like that's how it works. So that was like really touching example. I have a lot of them, but yeah, this is the one which I would say that yeah, this really is the big
Wonderful.
one.
Wonderful. So basically, what's happening in there, that's how I understand it now.
Hmm.
Because if that's, see, because certain body pains also happen because of stress,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Right? Because I've got certain one point a pain at certain point of in my life, and doctors are unable to find anything. But my family physician told, there is a lot of stress in you. Try to get, relax,
Mm,
chill out, go somewhere,
yeah,
vacation and all, and that worked out well. After after my vacation, I was all fine, no pain, nothing. So
correct.
that looks like this process has healed that stress part of that particular student
Yes.
of yours.
So what happens is 80% of our diseases, our pains are psychosomatic. What it means is it's because of the mental stress, the mental trouble that we have, or the mental thinking, the overthinking that we do. It's all because of that. Why do we have backache? Because you take so much stress, so much responsibility of others that you get that stress within you. Because so that's why we use this practice to release it. And let's not just focus only on the health aspect, right? As I said, it works on everything. You take relationship, you take career, you take money, everything. It works on everything.
I'm interested in learning
Hmm.
how does see from what I understand so far
Hmm.
from this. Give me a clarity if I'm wrong.
Hmm.
Okay, Dinesh. So basically, you are sorry and you forgive and you what is that?
Uh,
And you say thank you.
Thank you and I love you.
I love you. So four sentences or
Hmm.
mantras. It's
Hmm.
called because they are called mantras in Ho'oponopo,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So how are they impacting the money factor? I'm confused about it.
Okay.
Take me, put me through an example. Like, how will this help in getting me more money? Let me put it
No,
that way.
okay. I have to correct you there.
Okay, yeah,
So
good,
it is
good.
not about getting more money. Okay. So when you say that, so that's why I wanted to clarify this thing that manifestation is a different process and hope nope no is a different process. Okay. So what it means is that manifestation, in manifestation you say that, oh, I want to, I'm going to have $1 million, right? In my account, I'm going to have a beautiful house with backyard pool, whatever. So that's your manifestation. That is something that you want. But hope nope no is, let's say that you want to go from $100 to 1 million. So that's your goal, right? Let's say that 1 million is your goal. And there are a lot of negative roadblocks within that, those path. So if you have to go from $100 to 1 million, there might be certain roadblocks. So those roadblocks are being removed by this hope no no. So those roadblocks are nothing but your negative belief, your negative feelings about money, your mental blocks about money, your limiting beliefs about money. So hope no no helps you to clear these mental blocks. So it's like clearing the traffic so that you can move ahead. It's not that you are going to get more money. It doesn't help you with that. It helps you, but it just clears, it's help you to clear the traffic or the roadblocks or the limiting beliefs. Okay.
Just
So don't
like
confuse it with manifestation.
okay, so because manifestation is more of something where you're asking a universe to give it to you, but hope no, I mean according to what you have mentioned.
Hmm.
So this particular process is more of something where you know, you're you're basically clearing out your own path, right?
Correct.
Something
Clearing
like
those doubts, those mental blocks, mental belief that you have
yeah.
about money. So it's about clearing that.
Wonderful. So, having said that, so
Hmm.
can you put this in an example? Let's say if like let me put it this way.
Hmm.
If I want to become a billionaire
Okay.
and I'm doing a small full-time job.
Hmm.
Now, tell me, how can I
Hmm.
use
Hmm.
Ho'oponopono technique to clear off the blocks for me to reach or manifest my billionaire future? Take me through
Okay.
that process.
Okay. So as I said that hope nope no is clearing whatever negative energy, negative beliefs that you have. Now here we are talking about money, right? So what are the, if I have to ask you, what are the money blocks that you think you have? Or what are the money beliefs that you have?
Okay.
Can you just give me some example?
Sure, yeah, you're right. Lot of blocks. Point number one,
Hmm.
money doesn't come to the trees.
Hmm.
I've been fed that information,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Not fed, I understand that as well.
Correct.
Money apne aap nahi उगता,
Doesn't
it doesn't
grow
come out.
on
Yeah.
tree. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
next one, it's hard to earn money.
Correct.
And third one is if you earn money, you're not supposed to spend it lavishly because it is hard, right? You save
Hmm.
it.
Save.
And a lot more, like these are top three things which I'm
Top three.
getting. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So
So
exactly.
you're calling them as mental blocks now?
Yeah, so these are all
Okay,
your
explain that.
old
Oh,
beliefs, old mental blocks,
but
and
they are real, right, Dinesh?
they are real because that's how your mind perceives them to be real, right?
Okay, then prove me they are not real then.
Yeah, because let's say that you're saying that, so, and my another question will be, how did you get it? You get this because when you grow up, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it happens like for all of us, like I don't know, at least in my case, like we grew up in a family where we have seen there was not a lot of money, so we know that okay, my father was working hard, my mother was working hard, right? All those things. And it's a
Same
general
same
like
case, same
middle
case, same case.
class, middle class this thing.
Lower middle class and all stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So
Yeah.
so that's how that belief gets stuck in our mind. Okay. That oh, money is so difficult to make. Money is so hard to make. Money, we have to always save money. Okay. And when you have this mentality or this belief in your subconscious mind, these are all the blockage. If you will have this, you will never be able to achieve that $1 million or $1 billion, right? So in Hope Nope No, we talk about money, that whatever these mental blocks are, I'm sorry for having these mental blocks. And I'm sorry for this believing in this, that money is so difficult to make. Sorry for believing that I relate money with stress. If I have more money, I'll have more stress, right? So these are all the beliefs that we have in our system, in our subconscious mind, which have been inculcated from the age of 6 or 7. So but they say that by the age of 6 or 7, your subconscious mind, your belief system, everything is like already वो छप जाता है तुम्हारे दिमाग में. That's what they say, right? And ये जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, this is all the same thing. So what happens is in Hope Nope No, we try to clear this mental block slowly and steadily. We take one emotion at a time. And yeah, it's not that in one session everything will start working out. It takes time. You need to practice it daily. That's why I say that if you want to move ahead, you need to practice it daily, right? You have to have this discipline within you, that okay, I need to now take care of my mental blocks. I need to release this emotion. So it takes practice. So that's
So what
why,
what sorry,
yeah, no problem.
I really wanted to become billionaire, so I'm
Hmm.
asking you again. So
Yeah,
how is this mental? So you're saying it's a mental block, right? So
correct.
will that
Hmm.
get? So what happens? Let's say if I think myself, okay, money can also grow on trees, or is it should I be thinking like that? Like what exactly you mean
Yeah,
by what do you
yeah,
mean by
just yeah, you believe that money goes up because in manifestation,
okay?
whatever you believe, whatever you think becomes thoughts. Thoughts become things. I don't know
Okay,
if
that's
you have heard
interesting.
that. So
Yeah,
whatever you
it's
think,
I've watched what is that Law of
law of attraction.
Attraction
Hmm.
documentary pretty long time ago, and
Yeah.
it kind of yep because yeah that I'm fine with that. So basically, oh okay now I understand. So the mental blocks is like the blocks in the pipe. So what happens now is once
Mm.
you get rid of those blocks, pipes
Yeah.
get empty, and now
Yes, the water starts
the
flowing.
water starts flowing to you. Okay,
Yeah,
makes sense.
and you know what happens? So because
Hmm.
we are on the money topic, so yeah, you want to become a millionaire. So what happens is, and it's just not this one thing, okay? Because if you have to earn that, whatever, make one that $1 billion, there are your feelings, your thought, your beliefs, and actions. So you have to align all of them together. It's a part of law of attraction that I teach to my students on my one-on-one sessions. That if you have to achieve a particular goal, we have certain exercise that we do just to make them understand that what are they feeling about a situation, about their money goal, what are their beliefs. Like your belief is that money is hard to make. If you will have that, and I always have to save it. So when you go into the saving mentality, it's not a millionaire's mentality. Millionaires never save. They have investments, they grow their investments. They never talk about saving. Okay. So when you talk about this savings mentality, you are going into a resistance. So
Hmm.
whatever it is,
Now I
whatever your
understand.
goal is, you have to release those the resistance that you have. You have to release those mental blocks. You have to let go of your old beliefs about us. Such in this situation, we're talking about money. So we need to let go of those old beliefs. We have to think that money is easy to make. Money is so easy. It's money is my friend. Money always come to me. It's my one of few of my affirmations that I say. Yeah, it makes me feel like, yeah, it's so easy to make money, right? Money comes to me from all directions. So I'm just
It's
giving you a
see,
few examples.
got it, got it. Now
Yeah.
I'll explain you what I've understood, and
Mm,
it makes total sense to me now.
mm,
Okay, I'll put an example and then I'll explain it to you. Correct me if I'm
yeah.
wrong, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if I've started a startup, okay?
Mm.
And the initial thought of my mind is it's so hard to get hold of a venture capitalist.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm putting this. Okay, let me put that in my mind now.
Mm,
So now I'm a founder of a startup, and I feel venture capitalist is so hard to be approached.
yes.
So what I'll be working is towards finding the venture capitalists who are hard to approach,
Yes. You
right?
will manifest that in your life. because
Yeah, that's how my subconsciously I'm
yes,
looking for. That's what I'm looking for subconsciously,
you got it.
right? And then what happens next is I'll knock doors of various venture capitalists, and they will not give me
Yes,
appointment or to speak. If
yes,
someone gives also, they will reject my offer
yes.
because I've wanted that to happen to myself because
Correct,
that's a
because you
block
have
I've
that thing in your mind.
correct.
That's what it's telling you. Your mind is telling you, oh, it's so difficult to get hold of these guys. Oh, why it is so difficult for me? Why it is not working for me? Why don't they approach me? Why don't they take my calls? When you have that mentality, you will have the same situation in your life. Instead, you should say, oh, I'm gonna get a call from this guy. I'm gonna surely he's gonna return my call, or I'm gonna have this meeting with this guy, right? So you
Think
have to change
positive.
your yeah, you have to change your mind. You have to rewire it. That's what Mark also said in his
Yes,
podcast. So
yes,
it's
yes,
nothing
yes.
but rewire
That's
it.
what reset
Yeah, reset.
it.ca means.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So now I'll now the moment I think venture my product is good
Mm,
and venture capitalists will fall for it.
mm.
Some fall is the wrong word. Venture capitalist
Will
will
yeah agree to it or
uh,
whatever. Yeah.
love to invest in it.
Mm,
And the moment I think like that, so
mm,
the way how I operate in the real world
mm.
also goes that direction. So
Yes.
I'll end up meeting people who give me, the capital I wanted, right? So
Yes.
it's now this now I'm increasing the periphery of
Yeah.
it because I have to. I'm summarizing what we have spoken so
Yeah.
far. So the same happens
Mm,
when we are looking for health. The same
mm.
happens when we are looking for wealth. Same happens when
Everything.
we are looking for a relationship because
Yes.
we are blocking out ourselves,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
now the moment you unblock
Mm,
or unclutter
mm.
the threads of your thoughts,
Yes.
then you're gonna get what you want because you are
Ye-
working towards that
yes. What
goal.
happens is, Shashank, when you
Go ahead.
clear this mental blocks, your whatever beliefs, your old system, right? So your mind is so clean and clear that you get ideas. You get various new ideas because when you have your block, you have a box in which everything is stuck, right? Then your mind is not able to think beyond that. But when you unblock it, it suddenly opens the whole Pandora, right? Oh wow, I can do this, I can do that. So within from that, what happens is you have desired inspirations, you have desired ideas, and from that you take desired actions, which leads to desired results.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I kind of got what exactly is Ho'oponopono. Okay, so now I'll
Mm,
take you back to one of wonderful philosophical and spiritual book I've read. It's called
mm,
Yoga Vasista,
mhm,
wherein which there is the concept of universal mind. So what it
mhm,
says is your
mm,
mind is part of that universal mind, and your
mm,
objective is to take your mind to its peak, and
mm,
then it becomes universal mind. So
mhm,
you create your own reality.
mm,
It's the when I guess what all enlightened beings all through the
mm,
planet,
mm.
irrespective of the faith system, irrespective of the spiritual practice,
Yeah.
there is one single truth and they got it somehow.
Mm,
So one called it Ho'oponopono, and the
mhm.
other called it yoga, other called it belief in
Advait,
God,
yeah,
Advaita, you can call
whatever
it,
you want to call it.
but
Yeah.
then there is one truth which
Mm,
is for sure. And
mm.
ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti. That kind of falls, into this realm. Anyways, sorry, I
No,
went
no,
into a
that's okay.
different tangent, but it's so similar at the same time.
Mm.
Little, tiny differences I'm
Yeah,
able to find. Amazing,
that's
amazing.
correct.
So one last question,
Hmm.
Dineshji. So how does what do you do to let your students know their own inner capabilities? Like what exactly is the process?
So as I told you, I take daily sessions, right? But these daily sessions are group sessions. So I cannot ask each and every person like, what are you going through, what you are going through, because everybody goes through different things in their life. They have different way of reacting to a situation. They have different feelings, different negative feeling, different energy, right? So in these group sessions, I just concentrate, take one area at a time. Let's say I take health, I take relationship, I take money, career, whatever. Or there is let's say that group of people tell me that can you please do it on for this emotion. Let's say I have anxiety or stress or whatever. So I do it for that. But on a generic level, I take one area and I try to take all the negative emotions that can be related to that area, and then I do advanced hope no in that sessions, right? And let's say that if somebody wants, I mean, there are like students who approach me individually also that I have this problem about this situation. So then I take one-on-one sessions for them, and I customize what are their problems. I customize the way we do hope no for them for their specific problem. So that's how I differentiate between a group session and a individual session.
Amazing. So that's very, very streamlined, I
Hmm.
guess, process. I'm sorry, I'm not commenting on it, but
No, no, that's okay.
it's kind of helps out for people if they
Oh, of
want to
course.
approach you for any
Oh,
training.
yeah.
Amazing.
That's
So,
what I do in my life coaching, right? So
mhm,
I have a life coaching business, or we want to call it like practice, where I take where whoever is struggling with any kind of a particular situation, they want to improve that situation or they want to manifest a goal or something, then I help them with different techniques that I have that
mhm.
I've learned, and that's how I guide them. Yeah.
Okay. So now that we are, I know you have other session to go, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to eat up much of your time. So
Mm-hmm.
I know I asked you the last question already, but this is like last but last
Mm-hmm.
question. Okay. So give me 5 tips, like
Mm-hmm.
for a, doesn't matter if they practice Ho'oponopono or
Mm.
any other way, but give me 5 tips what a human being can do to get whatever they want in their life. Positive things though.
Oh, yeah. So because at the end of each sessions that I do, I always try to give a tip. Like today's tip is this, do this. I mean, that's all. Whatever I try to do in my life, whatever I have learned, I'm just trying to pass on that information. So I would say is meditate. Just sit with yourself for 5-10 minutes a day in silence. Just like try to breathe in, breathe out. That would be my first and very important tip, you want to call it, or whatever you want to call it. So that is first. Okay. Second, don't let your emotion take over you. If that happens, you don't have control because your mind will always think of negative. You will always have that negative around energy around you. So don't let your body or your mind take control of you. Okay. Third thing is journal. If you can journal, if you are good at journaling, I do that daily. I try to journal my goals, then I try to journal what I'm thankful for every day. At least you should write 10 things that you're grateful for. People forget. People don't People just concentrate of negative things that you have. Oh, this is not working, that is not working. But you are so like lucky that you have a house, you have a family, you have food to eat, you have clean air to breathe, right? So write it down. It really helps. Forgive people. Okay. Fourth would be forgive people. Let them go. It's fine. You cannot control them, but you can control yourself. So let them go. And fifth would be, yeah, practice open no. It's so simple.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Dinesh. And
Of course.
I really appreciate your time today
Yeah,
for our
no worries.
podcast. And
Yeah, it was
uh,
amazing talking to you.
same here, same here. You give all those great guru vibes. You know, yeah, you've got that aura around you. Though we are not meeting in person,
I
virtually
know.
we will
We
one day
will.
for
Yeah.
sure for a cup of coffee or something. But
Sure.
it's amazing to meet you and talk to you about Ho'oponopono practice. See, I said it
You
right
got it.
about this practice, and it's amazing that you have given us time. And I would
Yeah.
want to sit with you
Mm.
for some other, like we get like really compartmentalize this
Mm-hmm.
practice, and we'll get
Yeah.
deeper into each compartment in the future whenever you have
Yeah.
some time. But
Yeah,
I'll
of
coordinate
course.
with you separately about that.
Yeah, and thank you for having me. It was really great, and I would like to thank Amir for that because I didn't know you, like I didn't know that this podcast about you, right? It's all alignment. You are seeing how it happens. So
Yeah.
I didn't know Amir. I mean, Amir just started joining my Hope Nopna sessions, and I was actually taking some insurance through him, and then he met you, and then he told you about me, and that's how it aligned. And now we are here talking about Hope no, no. It's amazing, right?
I met Amer through another friend, and
I know.
Amer is such an he's packed with energy, and
Yeah,
I kind
yeah.
of I he's such a great soul
Oh,
for
he's
sure.
such a disciplined guy. He joins my calls every day.
He
And I just wanted to tell you that if anybody is interested in joining my daily, these are free sessions, so
Mhm.
take advantage of it. You can put down the link of my WhatsApp community, and they can join my free sessions and take advantage of this beautiful magical practice.
Amazing. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for that offer. I'll mention everything in the
yeah,
description, and also I'll also mention your social media links
yeah.
so that they can reach out to you if they would want
Sure.
to.
Thank you so
Thanks a lot
much.
for your time. Thanks a lot. Have a
Thank you,
great day.
Shashank. Yeah, it was
Thank you.
great. Thank you. Bye.
Same here. Bye.